Do you think that I am here today to tell you something that you haven't heard before? Or you think I am here to tell you something that none of these distinguished guests who have stood on this platform down the years haven't told you? Or you think I am here in my capacity as a motivational speaker? I think the answer is no. Yesterday, my very good friend Wudimaya was here. What did he say to you? Or what am I going to say to you that he didn't tell you yesterday? So you may ask, if I don't have anything new to tell you, if I'm not here to tell you something different, then why am I here in the first place? I'm sure you may be asking that, right? Let me tell you why I came, regardless. Let me tell you this story. When I was young, there is this cousin of mine in our family. We all consider him to be someone who is very stubborn. Very, very stubborn. He likes to do things that none of us in the family sometimes want him to do. And so we try to speak to him to get out of it. People try to engage him, talk to him out of some of the things that he's trying to do that isn't. But everybody will speak to this cousin of mine and he wouldn't listen. There's this one person in the family, which is my mother. Just when my mother speaks to him, he will say, all right, it's okay, I won't do it again. And believe me, he wouldn't do it again. What's the lesson here? The lesson here is that people impact other people differently. So Pastor Brian could be speaking to you every year. He may impact some of you and may not succeed in impacting some of you. Other speakers have been here. They might have impacted some of you and may have not succeeded in impacting some of you. But I may speak to some of you and you allow yourself to be impacted. And that is why I have come here today. So I pray that our Heavenly Father God will give me the grace so that I impact many of you today. Pastor Brian and his team have asked me to come here today and talk about transgenerational impact. So my question is, what is transgenerational impact? What is transgenerational impact? In this context, let me say that transgenerational impact could be the things we do, the decisions we make, the things we build that will positively impact the lives of people we are on earth here today and those that are yet to come or generations yet unborn. We could say that this is transgenerational impact. If that is the case, then how can you impact the lives of people you live on earth here now? And subsequently even impact the lives of people who are yet to be born? That is the question. It's a multi-million-dollar question. But let me be quick to tell you that you cannot give what you do not have. You will emit out what is within you. What is inside us is what we bring out. And so to be able to impact people of your generation and generations yet unborn, then you must do something. You must do one thing. Guess what that one thing is? You must build yourself first. Yes, you must build yourself first. It is only after building yourself that you can build others. If you find yourself in a bondage, you cannot rescue people. You have to rescue yourself first. After rescuing yourself, then you can rescue other people. And so you may ask me another question. How do I build myself so that I can rescue? I will answer this in summary because I don't want to overwhelm you. I'll put it in only 2 words because I don't want you to ever forget this. So just 2 words. The answer is discipline and time. I'll explain that to you. But everything will come under this. When I talk about discipline, there are different areas of discipline. You can be physically disciplined. You can be emotionally disciplined. You can be a whole lot of discipline you can exercise in different areas. But I am here to talk about the most important, financial discipline. and time, the art of waiting. Financial discipline and the art of waiting. Growing up, there is a personal philosophy or a principle that I've lived by all these years that I still live by it even today. My personal principle has been that any income that I make, I will save 80% of it and reinvest it. I'm only allowed to spend only 20% of my income. Only 20%. Regardless of what happened, I am only allowed to spend 20% of any income I make. And I invest or plow back this 80% back into my small business or my early stage business. If you are somebody who is an employee and earns salary, it applies to you. Tell yourself that you will fit yourself within the range of spending not more than 20% of your income, no matter what, and you invest the 80% back. Now, you have to do this consistently and persistently, and you must avoid distraction and distractors. As you do this, something phenomenal is going to happen. You would experience the power of compound effect. You will experience the power of compound effect, these monies that you are not spending, you are not using, and investing it back into your business or putting it into an investment account. You would discover that the time it took you to make certain amount of money, it is going to take you a lesser time as you go forward in making the same amount of money. Then as you go forward, this time is going to be shorter and shorter and shorter. You begin to grow your business. For every business, if you invest back into the business 80% of your income, you would realize that the business will grow steadily. And if you give it the time I'm talking about, you will discover other things also which I'm here to tell you. You will discover something very remarkable. You would realize that your brain has a direct correlation to your bank account or your pocket. If you do what I'm telling you, you discover what I'm saying here. Your brain is directly related or directly proportional to the size of your bank account or the size of your pocket. Your brain works better. You become more smarter as your bank account grows and as your business grows. You will begin to have ideas. You will begin to discover things that you never did when you don't have money, or when your money was small. So allow me to use this word. You realize that you are stupid as your pocket. And you are smarter as your pocket. That is the reality. There is also a direct correlation between your pocket and the senses around your brain. I'm talking about these senses. Your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ears. When I talk about the mouth, I want to talk about your taste. These senses, when your account is growing or your business is growing, you begin to see better. You see things that you never saw. You see opportunities all over the place. Something that today you don't see. I am seeing them and you are not seeing them. There are a lot of opportunities in our country. You may be seeing them because you are doing what I asked you to do earlier on, or you are not seeing them because your pocket and your account is dry. So you are a blind man walking. You begin to smell opportunities all over the place. The nose begins to work sharper. The ears, you hear opportunities all over our country. Listen, if you are not doing well in life, or you are not noted to be somebody who is doing financially well, the great opportunities in our country, nobody will come and discuss them with you. You agree, right? What is the point of coming to discuss them with you? It's a waste of time. But if you are building yourself, your business is growing because you are plowing all of your money back and you are building your account, you begin to show signs of success. So people will have the courage and confidence to come and discuss opportunities with you. So you begin to hear. The same applies to your taste. Your taste changes as your account grows. Your taste changes as your business grows. You begin to taste and feel for much more better opportunities. So you begin to invest in other things because you have taste for higher things. As your taste grows, you begin to see that your shoe has worn out. You have to change it. You begin to see that your house is dirty. It needs to be painted. You begin to see that your car is not moving well. It has to be changed. When your business is not growing and your account is not growing, your taste is dead. If you do what I ask you to do, you will undoubtedly uncover or discover these occurrences that I am talking about. I am living them. And that is why I'm sharing them with you. There is this phrase I want to mention here. And if you have ever heard that phrase before, please raise your hand and let me know. It says, success begets success. Have you ever heard of that before? Okay. Thank you. Success begets success. What are they saying when they say success begets success? What it actually means is that the achievement of one goal leads to the achievement of all other goals. It also means that if you want to be very successful, focus and be successful at something small first. Be successful at something. Or to be more successful, you have to be successful at something first. Because success begets success. Let me give you a classical example. The recent African Cup that was held in Morocco. The guys here, I'm sure you watched the African Cup, right? Even though Ghana didn't qualify, we still watched it, right? Do you remember this gentleman? There was this gentleman who had a very unique hairstyle, wearing some glasses, and he was from Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. Then, during the time that the football match is taking place, he would rise up. You know, the beginning of the football match, he would rise up, and then he would do like this. Motionless throughout the entire 90 minutes of the game. He says he was mirroring Patrice Lumumba of DRC. What he was mirroring is a statue in their capital, Kinshasa. This man stood for 90 minutes without any motion. He caught the attention of all the fans at the African Cup. He caught the attention of the host nation. They recognized him. He caught the attention of his country. He was rewarded with a car from the sports ministry. He met the president. He became an ambassador for many companies in the country. He has become a global icon. What at all did he choose to do? He just decided to do like. This man stood like this for 90 minutes. And because he was successful at doing it effortlessly, he has succeeded at something so small. But imagine the opportunities and the doors that has opened for him. Yeah, that's him right there. Yes. This is a clear example of success begets success. To succeed in life, you must be successful at something first. So if it's about something small, you have started a small business. It is about building your account, focusing on and taking the discipline of spending only 20% of your income and investing the 80% back. consistently and giving it time, if you succeed at it, you will see that all other things you ever dream of or wish to achieve in life will begin to stare you in the face. Those opportunities will be there for you to grasp. So at this point, I want to assume that you have done or you are going to do what I've asked you to do. So once you are doing that, then we want to also assume that you are beginning to show signs of success, whether in your business or your personal front. Once you begin showing the signs of success, then there is something you must do. You don't have to be greedy at all. At this point, there's money in your account. There's money in your pockets. And so you need to begin to invest in other people. One, you need to begin to now select your allies. You need to now begin to form business partners. Because that is the way to truly win. When you select people to go into business with, these people all have collective interest in the business. In business, you are going to compete against teams. And so when you come alone to come and compete, it's going to be a very difficult competition for you. So don't be greedy at all. Learn to win with others. Select people who have talents that is opposite of yours or different from yours. You guys will come together. Sometimes you bring your money, they bring their talents. Sometimes you bring money, somebody also brings money, another person brings money, then another person brings talent, another person also brings talent. You form a team to invest and own business. This way, you are not only giving other people the opportunity to grow and win as well, but you are also going to grow financially. Because you see, as human beings, sometimes we are fallible. We make mistakes and we make bad decisions and we make errors someday, sometime in our life. That makes us human. But the fact that you own businesses with others means that during your low moments when you want to make bad decisions or wrong decisions, it has to pass the test of your colleagues. They would have to approve of it. And so they would help by identifying the weaknesses in the decision you want to make, and they will shoot it down. That way, the business will have been saved. So you grow faster and safer. When you go this way, you are not only going to build sustainable business for yourself and for your country, but you are going to create sustainable jobs. You are also going to build sustainable income. That income or that inflow that will never cease. That way, you would have built businesses that will outlive you. That will create transgenerational impact. Because even if you die today, you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 partners. You are the only one who is dead. The rest are alive. They have vested interest in the business. And so they will ensure that this business survives the test of time because they have an interest in it. As they do so, your stake in the business will be transferred to whoever inherits you. If it is your children or your spouse, they will become the new partners of these partners of yours. And so even as you have come and gone, those you love so much that you left behind will still continue to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And even if all the founders of the business dies, those who would inherit them will all continue to enjoy. And this will continue from one generation to the other. The true success of a man is not measured by what he accomplishes for himself alone. But true success is measured by how much he accomplished for himself and how well he is able to impact the life of others by mimicking himself, by turning other people to be like him. So if you are a winner, you are measured by how you turn other people to win. If you are a wealthy person or you are a rich person, your riches will make sense by how you are able to train, mentor, give other people the opportunity to become as rich and as wealthy as you are or more than you. That is why when you become successful, you don't have to be greedy at all, because it is a win-win situation when you build with others and you don't go alone. And that is why I gave birth to Quick Angels some years back. After I have applied the things I told you from the beginning of my submission, at some stage, I realized that my account was growing, my business was growing. Now I was having more money in my pocket. My brain was becoming sharper, my eyes was opening, my nose was smelling, the ears was hearing. And so I gave birth to Quick Angels to invest, partner other Ghanaians and invest together with them. And today, we have successfully built national and multinational businesses that have created thousands of jobs for Ghanaians and have given better opportunity for other young people also to win and become wealthy as well. At this point, the assumption is that you have become very wealthy. Once you could come through to this stage, and you are not even a rich person, you are a wealthy person. That's the definition of a wealthy person. Now, when you become wealthy, what then do you do? There's something you must do. Can you guess what you must do if you become a wealthy person? Your guess is as good as mine. You have to begin to give back to society. You have to begin to give back to the very people who gave you what you have. Because at this point, they have given you much more than you need. And so you don't have to be selfish at all. You have to take pragmatic steps to give back to them what they gave to you. Of course, a portion of what they gave to you. When we give, we spread and sell hope and love. We give other people the opportunity not to waste their talents. As we give, we help people to go to school. Like Pastor Brian have given scholarships to people today. Pastor Brian, thank you so much for that. As we give, we help people out of their sick bed. As we give people food and water, some of the basic necessities of life, so that they don't lose hope. Because for anybody who is hungry and thirsty, will lose all hope in life. So as we give other people in our country the opportunity not to throw away the God-given talents that they have. I believe that in the nation, God has given our country so many diverse talents and all the talents that we will need to grow our economy and build our nation. The problem we have is that many of these people with these unique talents that we would require to build our nation, we end up ignoring them, abandoning them, and they live and die with these talents. When that happens, we are not doing them. We are doing our nation evil, and we are doing ourselves evil. Because if this talent would have saved and harnessed, it would have benefited everybody else. Just imagine that the talent that Pastor Brian has today, that he's using to empower the youth and give the youth opportunities. Imagine that this talent was wasted. His mom and dad, who are here with us, didn't harness this talent, would it only have been a loss to his mom and dad or to him? It would have been a loss to all of us. And that explains why when we become successful, we must give a lot out. Because by so doing, you will be creating transgenerational impact. Because giving is contagious. That is one thing you must know. Giving is contagious. The people you give, like the young lady who we are told is 21 years today, she is a direct beneficiary of the benevolence of Pastor Brian. Imagine, as this lady grows up, if she ever builds herself and have the means, you think she will not be inspired to also impact the lives of others? She will. So giving is contagious. The same way, if you give and other people stand back and watch how you give, they become infected by your benevolence. And they also naturally feel like, I must also do something. What can I also do? So giving is contagious. But like I said earlier on, you cannot give what you don't have. And you cannot save others when you are in a bondage yourself. So for you to do sustainable giving, wait and build yourself first. After you have built yourself, then you begin to give, and you can give everlasting. You can sustain your giving. We don't want to see you giving today, the next day you are begging. We don't want that. Don't come and add to our problems in the country. Fix yourself first. When you begin giving, you give forever. Fellow young leaders and change makers, the dear youth of our dear country, Ghana. Yes, if 16 years ago, a youth called Nii Armah Quaye, who was only 24 years, started a small business with only £1,000 somewhere in Kolegono, a small community and at a small corner. Is able to build this business today to become the largest microfinance company in our country and the largest microfinance company in our continent, Africa, and has created over 4,500 direct jobs in Ghana alone, not to talk about the total jobs created for the young people of Africa. And is providing credit for small businesses and individuals, over 300,000 Ghanaians in our country as I speak. Investing billions of cedis year on year directly into the economy of our country today. And have also succeeded in investing together with other young Ghanaians, building sustainable businesses with them, turning themselves into millionaires and employers as a result, and giving hope today many people across our country through some of my benevolence or philanthropic work that I do for our dear nation today. Then what is it at all that you are trying to do or trying to accomplish for yourself right here in Ghana that you cannot do? Fellow youth, think about it. Thank you very much.
Come on, I think he needs a standing ovation. Somebody shout, I will, I can, I must. Please take your seat for 1 minute. We are going to take questions.
Thank you, Pastor Brian. Thank you, Mr. Richard, for this opportunity to stand in front of us and talk to us. My name is Innocent Nyarwata. I'm a Zimbabwean entrepreneur coming all the way from Zimbabwe for iYES every year. And I've got a question for you. The question is on your spending pattern as a businessman. You said that you only spend 20%, I got it right, and you reinvest 80%. And when you were still rising in business, definitely the philanthropic part is always the biggest pushing factor in every businessman's mind. So, was there any moment or any time that you would spend out of the 20%? And if there was, what were the reasons of you getting out of your 20% limit? And how was that? How did that affect your business?
So, Innocent, I'm a very, very disciplined young person. I'm super, super disciplined. It's one of my greatest gifts.
Okay.
When I say I will do something, I will do it no matter what. Okay. If I say I will not do something, I am not going to do it. Listen, there will always be the temptation for you to spend more. That is the truth. Always. That is how money behaves. And that is why 99% of humans on earth are not successful. Because of the pain of being disciplined and the pain of giving things time. But you know something? It is a percentage of your income. So as you continue to do so, your income will begin to grow. So the 20% would continue to become bigger for you. As I speak with you, I am still spending below 20% of my income. In fact, where I have gotten to in life, when I started, I was almost around the 20% borderline. Always, 2019. But as I go forward, and my wealth becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, now when I take 2% of my wealth, I can't even spend it.
Thank you.
Please, thank you for the opportunity. I'm Ivy. Okay, so I want to ask that as a young person growing up, want to start up a business, then I believe that there are challenges that you would face, both from family, the society, your peers, and a whole lot of situations will come in your way. So as young as I am, please, how would you advise me to also start up this business and then ignore other people's opinions? Because sometimes they bring you down when you want to start up something. So that's my question. Thank you.
Okay. So like I said in my speech earlier on, when you start a business, you have to avoid distraction and distractors. I catered for your question. Okay? Avoid distraction and avoid distractors. But most importantly, learn the art of going through your season of painful beginning. The season of painful beginning. It is difficult. It is painful. It is lonely. Nobody will clap for you. Nobody will acknowledge you. Nobody will respect you. That is how it is in everybody's case. It is part of your humble beginnings in business. If you don't experience that, then you are not starting business. When you start a business, you go through that season of pain. But you have to be disciplined, focus, and go through it. Just when success begins to come, everybody will begin to clap for you and everybody will begin to hail you. So pay the full price and get the full reward. Okay? All right.
My name is Minister Matsela Jewel. I'm from South Africa. So I'm into philanthropy and humanitarian work across Africa, an award-winning one. But I come across a lot of different young people who are interested in working towards the same thing when it comes to helping into orphanage cares, because we have a lot of orphans across Africa that do not have care. So my question will be, what are the major steps can we take to impact Africa to raise the kind of a young generation for the Africa that we want?
I think that the problems that Africans have is solved only by Africans genuinely. So we all have to take part in emancipating the youth of Africa. One of the surest ways we can do so is, first of all, build ourselves. Because like I said, you can't give what you don't have. Don't get it twisted. So you build yourself first, and then once you build yourself, we have to, if you are a businessman like I am, you have to think of Pan-Africanism. Building businesses beyond the boundaries or the borders of your country. So as a South African, if you're a businesswoman or whatever your field of area is that you are doing, you have to think Africa. You have to think expanding whatever you are doing beyond the borders of South Africa, and in my case, Ghana. So I have businesses in Ghana, which is my birth country, in Sierra Leone, in Nigeria, in Tanzania, in Uganda, and in Kenya. In these countries, I run some of the successful businesses right there. Okay? I'm yet to come to South Africa though, but I'll be there shortly, because this year I'm opening my first business in Southern Africa, and I'm starting in Zambia. So, as we do this, we would empower the youth in Africa, because we start by creating opportunities for them. You give them jobs. Through jobs, they begin to save money, they begin to have income. They are also able to take care of their children. They are not going to leave them to go astray. And so you realize that by so doing, we will build a very sustainable continent for ourselves that will be enviable to the rest of the world. So we must all be involved in the process.